Hey, Cryptonauts. Welcome back to another episode of Cryptocurrency Chat. I am your host, Blockchain John, with my co-host, Jake Jabarelli. What's up, Jake?
Oh, there's a whole lot of stuff going on today, and a whole lot of stuff going on this week in general, not just with crypto, but in my business. So, very
Oh,
active. Excited about being active. It's
oh,
good. So, how about you?
how's the weather on your side of the hill?
Oh, it's weird. It's so weird. California's getting the weirdest freaking weather right now. It's been hot and humid and cloudy. And it's like, ugh, where are we living?
Yeah,
This doesn't feel like California to
it's like
me.
it's earthquake weather, right? It's like really, really bad. Because yesterday was 105.
Oh
It
God, it
was
was
clear skies.
105 where you are. Jeez, it didn't hit that hot
105.
here. Oh
Yeah,
God, I'm sorry, man.
it was
That
crazy hot.
sucks. Oh God, you don't even have air
All the
conditioning. Oh no, you
miners,
do,
we
but
had everybody turned their miners off. It was crazy.
oh God, I'm
Uh,
so sorry, man. That sucks. Yeah, it was.
but you
I
know
think
the
it.
thing about this weather is that once we reach anything close to 100 degrees, PG&E freaks out. It goes, "Oh my God, we gotta shut down the whole electricity."
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's horrible, man. PG&E is such garbage.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah, man,
I
man,
mean,
you've
sorry.
worked for Santa Clara. You should go move to Santa Clara where they have their own power,
Right.
and it's cheaper.
All
It's
right.
like 10 cents. It's good, man. You should definitely go move over there because it's hella expensive in PG&E
It
space.
is. Yeah.
All right, so
Well,
let's get to the crypto quota. No, job of the. Oh no, wait, we got to talk about our intro. My bad. You want to do that? You want me to
yep.
do it?
Go ahead.
All right. So, welcome everybody. Thanks for listening to us ramble on about our wonderful lives here in beautiful, weird ass California. We're both here in Northern California. Anyways, so Cointree, you can check us out on all of our links, and of course, in whatever you're watching us or listening to us on, or of course in the description. And you can donate to us if you like our content to many different types of coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum. If you don't really want to do those weird coins because they're having so much problems right now, we accept BAT, Litecoin, Flux, Monero, USDC, that's Circle, GUSD, Dogecoin, etc., etc. There's a whole bunch of things. And of course, you can always check us on YouTube if you're not already watching us there. Discord, of course, on Odyssey, which is the open source blockchain based, version of YouTube, effectively media blockchain.
Trying to get
And
into Web3.
yeah, Web3. And you can also check out a lot of other things we have. We actually have C3 Media merch now. I'll finally have the link up. And that leads over to the C3 Media shop where we got a couple t-shirts, the Stack Sats and Hodl t-shirt, as well as the Diamond Hands, which everybody should be into right now because this is the best Diamond Hands time. Not that any time isn't, but this is the best time for it. Diamond Hands shirts, there are multiple colors for both of them. We're going to have a black shirt out soon. I'm sorry I haven't got to that yet. But let's get over to the job of the day. And the job of the day in particular, and it's kind of weird because a lot of jobs have disappeared off the market lately because of the weird
Yeah,
bear market.
crazy.
So weirdly enough, Crypto Careers wasn't showing them, but we did manage to find them. They weren't tweeting them the last few days, but we did find their page and found their most recent jobs. Here's the job: principal software engineer back end from a company called Chronicled. And since we never read about it before, I'll give a quick overview here. Chronicled, we value an inclusive and diverse environment where technical precision, passion, and curiosity pave the way for collaborative building. We are a customer-centric company that strives every day to build products that solve real business problems with solutions that delight the customer and add exponential value. What will you be doing as a backend engineer? Design and develop clean, user-friendly API that powers the Medi-Ledger network. Design and develop robust, scalable, and performant enterprise-grade microservices that participate to the Chronicled, which I guess what their build is. And then, of course, you need to be proficient in languages such as TypeScript, JavaScript, Rust, Golang, Scala, Erlang, Clojure, or C++. Of course, fluent in REST API design and development, experience with distributed systems, yada, yada. You probably know the rest of the things for a backend engineer. So that is the job that they're offering. And John, maybe you could talk about the crypto quote of the day.
Mm-hmm. You caught me drinking some water. Okay, crypto quote of the day. Where we at?
General media.
Today for episode number 416. I'm much more confident with crypto than with banks or fiat currency because I can actually control it and the money supply is transparent. Stated up front, it makes online shopping a lot easier and a lot safer. led by Eric Voorhees.
Yeah, it's actually pretty accurate. I appreciate his kind of sensible way of saying what crypto really is and does. It's a long quote, but it's a good quote. So, with all that aside, I'm moving this physically aside on my computer screen. We're going to get right into the news, which, sadly enough, news hasn't been super exciting this week. But that might just be because of the bear market. So, do you want to lead us off here with Decrypt, or shall I?
You got me drinking more water. Yes.
I know it's hot outside, dude. I'm sorry.
It's hot in my room. It's so unbearably hot. I got 3 fans spinning. Okay, here we go. So, first news coming in from Decrypt, written by Sander Lutz. Coinbase to phase out trader-friendly pro exchange. Now, if you guys don't remember or recall, Coinbase had this other division, that other service that they were providing to, professionals, big players, called a pro exchange. Anyways, let's see what they got here. Coinbase announced today that it plans to discontinue its advanced trader-focused Coinbase Pro service by the end of the year. The standalone Pro service, which exists independently of Coinbase.com, offered lower fees to traders who interacted directly with the Coinbase Exchange order book. It will be replaced by Advanced Trade, a service that offers comparable features, but that will live within the main Coinbase app and site. Oh. While Coinbase.com is much more user-friendly and accessible to retail users than Coinbase Pro, it charges flat transaction fees on top of every trade, as well as percentage commission fees or spreads. For this reason, many power users executed trades on the more technical Coinbase Pro and then transferred funds back to the Coinbase.com account for 0 fees. In a blog post today, however, Coinbase cited duplicated features and friction when transferring balances back and forth between Coinbase.com and Coinbase Pro as a reason for sunsetting the latter. Coinbase Pro users took it to Twitter this afternoon to bemoan the service's discontinuation, many citing its lower fees. Low fees, yes. Yeah. That was one of the biggest. That's one of the things why I liked about Coinbase Pro.
Yeah, same here.
Exactly for that, man.
Get it a lot cheaper. That was exactly what. Yeah. I mean, yes, you technically can't trade market rate. You have to go out there and actually trade yourself, which is what every other exchange requires. Almost Binance will let you trade things automatically, but through market price. But Coinbase does charge a pretty hefty fee to just trade one coin for another at market. So if you wanted to get it cheaper, in fact, I've gotten at a point where I'll dump some coins on Pro. The price will go up just a little bit, and it'll pay the tiny transaction fee I would have had anyway, so I get it for free, period, which is kind of nice.
So just keep in mind for the listeners and viewers out there, what's going to be happening with the Coinbase app is that they're going to be outing the Coinbase Pro and pretty much introducing within the Coinbase app this new advanced trade for desktop users. That I guess it's already live. You guys can check that out right now. Yeah. But later on, it'll be out on mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's that.
Continuing on with CryptoPotato news, we're just jumping back and forth between the two sites. This is from Dimitar Zanzarov. A crypto firm, Falcon X, is valued at $8 billion following the new fundraiser. It's not super exciting news, but it is kind of interesting to see a new firm coming online. Despite the crash, Falcon X keeps progressing. In a recent interview with Reuters, Falcon X founder and CEO Raghu, I'm going to mispronounce this guy's name, Yarlagadda, I hope I got that right, said his company's valuation was less than $4 billion 10 months ago. That's still a lot of money. The numerous funding rounds, including the latest $150 million, though, had a positive impact. And now the trading venue's total valuation has grown to $8 billion, so basically double what it was 10 months ago. Yarlagadda asserted that the fresh capital will be distributed into new acquisitions, data analytics, and technology. The firm also intends to expand its services to clients from the credit and prime brokerage and trading sector. So basically they're saying, we got more money and we're doing stuff with it. Isn't that great? But, it's interesting to see because this was probably the worst time to do this, or maybe the best time to do it, since trading, the prices of the two biggest coins out there have come down quite a bit. So maybe more people getting into it. But the other thing we have to consider is that a lot of people watched the crash happen. And they're probably like, I don't know if I want to invest more. So a lot of things fell down. So, as they say, exchanges are going through tough times right now. And a lot of them disappeared.
Yep.
So, that's all I got to say about that. You got anything? It's just kind of.
Yeah. No, that's it.
So, Doge. Something about Doge. Doge is
Bum
evil.
bum bum. Going back to Decrypt.co, written by Andrew Asmakov. Dogecoin worth millions, linked to illicit activity including terrorism. Elliptic. Dogecoin is increasingly connected to illicit activity including Ponzi schemes, the financial terrorism, and child sex abuse material, according to a new report by blockchain analytics firm Elliptic. The report, the meme coin has enjoyed growing popularity as a method of payments. However, aside from the legitimate causes, it has also caught the attention of bad actors, with millions of dollars worth of Dogecoin transactions connected to illicit activities identified. While the vast majority of this activity consists of fraud, scams, and Ponzi schemes, it also includes the more serious types of crimes, including terrorism financing and vendors of child sex abuse materials, said Elliptic. Pointing to the increasing adoption of Dogecoin for terrorism financing, the report cited a July 2021 seizure order conducted by Israel's National Bureau for Counterterrorism financing against 84 crypto addresses believed to be linked to militant group Hamas or otherwise used in terror-related activity. Among the crypto addresses were wallets containing $40,235 in Doge. The
Yeah.
report also flagged up a small and growing number of CSAMs, of vendors operating both in the darknet and clearnet, that have received payments in Dogecoin. Although the actual amount of Dogecoin identified by Elliptic in this case is low, less than $3,000, analysts warned that it points to an appetite for criminal actors to adopt a wide range of crypto assets in a bid to avoid notice.
That's a good point. But Doge has been a lot more
Mm,
in the news because of Elon Musk, right?
yeah. Let's see. There's this thing called fiat, and fiat, if especially U.S. fiat. I think U.S. fiat has been the one thing that actually has been the movements to kill people, to for child abuse, child rapes, videos, and all that good stuff. You know, if that's what you're into, right? Um, let's see, what else was there? Obviously, financing terrorism is another one. Um, yeah, fiat, U.S. fiat, I think is number one in comparison. This is chump change. Come on, man. For $40,000,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
nothing.
why. It's like one of those things that if I go to your house, Jake, and I lift up the rug and I go, it's dirty under here. It's like, yeah, but if you clean up your entire house and I find a small little grain of sand underneath your carpet, that's like, come on, man, really, really,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's gonna be like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, there's no such thing as perfection. I think in this case, when it comes to Dogecoin, there's no such thing as perfection. People are gonna try to abuse things like that. The only way it's possible, if it's the only way it's possible to regulate the stuff is if you permanently KYC AML a coin to death, like literally, like nobody can use the network or coin, and a centralized artificial intelligence has to verify every single transaction on the network to go through. I don't think anybody would use that, but guess what?
It would
We're
be.
pretty much heading towards that
Yeah,
in regards to our pretty much our next news article here when it comes to stablecoins or USDCs. So we'll
exactly.
leave it at that and move on to the next one.
Good point. Dogecoin is not really as guilty as Elliptic is making it out to be. So, back to Crypto Potato and Jordan Linechev. Tether to launch a British pound pegged stablecoin. Let's hope it really is actually pegged to the pound sterling. Just shortly after releasing a stablecoin pegged to the Mexican peso, Tether has announced a new product focusing on the British pound, or GBPT. Will first work on top of Ethereum, while other blockchain networks could be added in the future, hopefully. Of course, right now, Ethereum is a lot cheaper than it used to be. The company's announcement reads that the new stablecoin will hit the market in early July on Ethereum. It will become Tether's fifth fiat pegged stablecoin at the largest market cap of USDT, Euro pegged, or the Yurt. The offshore Chinese yuan pegged, or CNHT, and now the current MXNT, Mexican peso, saw the light of day recently as is pegged to, yes, the Mexican peso. Quote, we believe that the United Kingdom is the next frontier for blockchain innovation and the wider implementation of cryptocurrency for financial markets. We hope to help lead this innovation by providing cryptocurrency users worldwide with access to GBP, or Great Britain pound, I guess, denominated stablecoin issued by the largest stablecoin issuer, end quote, commented Tether's CTO, Paolo Ardoino. So, yeah, Tether actually has, it seems, managed to stay pegged explicitly to the US dollar, especially after watching Terra crash and burn.
Yeah,
And we have
yeah.
watched several other stable coins
Algo's
like
stable. Yeah.
USDC is now moving up. Tether is already at the top. USDC is moving up behind it, and I think it knocked out Binance, and of course Binance USD is also moving up. But then there's USDD, which is the Tron-based stablecoin, which did depeg for a short bit, but it hasn't depegged very far. It's only like maybe 4% off.
Really? Last time I checked, it was actually. I just checked last night. It was at 68 cents.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it went down
Y-
that much. My goodness, I need to recheck. Oh my goodness.
Let's check right now.
Yeah, let's check
USDD.
right now just to make sure that USDD isn't dead in the
Oh
water.
wow, it did bounce back up. Yeah, but if you go back, you should be able to
Yep.
see where. What? How weird.
Yeah, it went down the bottom. It pegged out at Sunday on the 19th, and then it came back up. So,
Yeah,
but it
no joke. Like I checked this yesterday. Let's see. Hold on.
the lowest it went was to
That's
93
weird.
cents, not 68 cents.
No, no, no. It was 68. That's what freaked me out. I was like, oh, dude,
When
it depegged.
when did it go that
This
low?
was yesterday. It's been like that. It's even on Twitter. If you jump over to Twitter, people were blasting it everywhere. So I went to go see it myself.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I
I'm gonna
don't.
go to Twitter right now. Just type in USDD.
Okay.
I have screenshots of it at 68 cents. Let's
That's
see
interesting.
here. Yeah.
Videos, photos. Let's
Uh,
find a photo on Twitter. It shows it USDD being. I see it 98, 94, 98. 97. I don't. All right, there's an image of it going down, but it's not below 96. No, no. 99. I don't see it. I don't see where you see that. If you find it,
no,
post it into Discord so we can put it up on screen.
okay.
Anyways,
Mm.
let me just make the point that as we're continuing with the concept of what's going on here is that USD Tether has managed to stay on top this entire time. It is not depegged. It has gone down before. I think the lowest I've ever seen US USD Tether go was 0.98 when that was extremely heavy trading going on. So as long as it stays pegged and people can get their money out, we won't have a run on US Tether. And of course, we don't want this to happen to everybody, whether it be Tron based or Cosmos based or Polygon based, but whatever the stablecoin is. And obviously, if Tether is expanding not just to China, not just to the euro itself, and to the Mexican peso, and it's going to go down to the British pound. It's obviously finding validity in all these actions. So I wouldn't call Tether out as a failure, even if USD that is D as in Delta, has failed. So did you find it?
There was one post in regards to TRX down to like 60 cents. Maybe that's what I got mixed up.
Okay. Well,
Is TRX
TRX
Tron?
is down to around 6 cents, not 60 cents, but it did go down, but it bounced right back up again.
Okay, I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Twitter.
Tron's been
So
doing well.
where are we at?
So let's move on to FTX here. This is the juicy one.
FTX. This one's back on Decrypt.co, written by Andrei Asmakov. FTX pulled out of a LA Angels MLB deal as crypto winter bites. Report. Cryptocurrency exchange FTX withdrew from talks to sponsor a jersey patch with the MLB's Los Angeles Angels, according to New York Post report citing sources with direct knowledge of the negotiations. A similar patch deal between the NBA's Washington Wizards and another unnamed crypto firm fell through in recent days as well, with the latest market crash being the main reason, the sources said. But any potential deal with the Wizards is attractive for crypto companies since politicians and regulators who oversee the industry attend their home games. In a statement to Decrypt, FTX confirmed that the talks with the Angels happened but took issue with the New York Post's characterizations. A spokesperson told Decrypt, contrary to the recent reports, this opportunity with the Angels was discussed months ago and we declined early on, as it wasn't the right fit for our marketing goals. This is one of the many similar opportunities from teams that we've declined early on in the process, and this decision was not made as a result of the recent market downturn.
That's good to hear.
FTX, yeah. FTX, which first entered the sports industry in April last year with a 19-year, $135 million deal with the NBA Miami's Heat to rename the team's home venue to FTX Arena, signed a sponsorship deal with the Wizards as well as with the NHL's Washington's Capitol in December. Last year, the crypto derivatives exchange also partnered with Warriors star Stephen Curry, an avid NFT collector and creator himself.
Yeah, we've talked about Stephen Curry multiple times on this show.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the FTX other sports partnerships include a 5-year deal with the MLB, a $20 million ad campaign starring Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady and his supermodel wife, Giselle. Whoa, what
Bunchen.
is it? But what?
Bunchen.
Bunchen, last October, and a Super Bowl commercial featuring "Curb Your Enthusiasm" star Larry David. Ah, that was actually a good one. I like
Mm-hmm.
that one.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, we'll leave it at that, man.
So moving on to the last article of the show. It's not super. I mean, it's interesting to me because as a mining company owner, I'm interested in what people have to say about mining and what they do with their coin. I'm a hodler here, not just because our shirt says it. Crypto mining giant BitFarm sells 3,000 Bitcoin and adjusts its HODL strategy. This is from CryptoPotato's Felix Mullen. June 21st, BitFarms, the Argentinian cryptocurrency mining company operating in Canada, it's interesting, announced an adjustment to its HODL strategy so as to improve the company's liquidity. You got to have money on the books in order to do stuff. According to a press release, the company sold a total of 3,000 Bitcoin over last week for an approximately $63 million to improve its corporate liquidity by nearly $100 million. And here's a visualization of what that farm looks like. In this way, the company's Bitcoin reserves were reduced from around 6,349 to a total of 3,349 Bitcoin. That's about half what they have left, counting the daily production of what they carried during June. Through the sale, the company was left with much lower Bitcoin reserves than it had at the beginning of the year, which was about 4,300 Bitcoin. According to the company's data, BitFarms can produce an average of 14 Bitcoin per day. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually is. That's what, 28, is it $28,000? No, it's $280,000 a day. There we go. So a little over $250,000 a day. Obtaining nearly 12,000 or 1,260 Bitcoin quarterly. Therefore, they can afford to sell at a loss, given the company bought 1,000 Bitcoin for about $43.2 million at the beginning of January. The same amount of Bitcoin could be purchased right now for roughly half that amount. BitFarm CEO Jeff Lucas said that due to the volatility of the crypto market, the company had to sell its holdings, among other factors. Well, a lot of people have been having to do that. They're not the only ones. To decrease its debt owed to Galaxy Digital LLC from $66 million to roughly $40 million. Given the extreme volatile markets, we have continued to take steps to improve liquidity and to deleverage and strengthen our balance sheet. Specifically, we have sold 1,500 more Bitcoin and are no longer hodling our entire daily Bitcoin production. I can kind of see that. I mean, it's like, we have some time. I want to make a quick point about this. Is it kind of an insight to mining? And I know that this guy is kind of giving insight to mining, but not everybody sees this when they're not doing it on a massive scale. And I'm not, my scale for my farm isn't anywhere near these guys. But One of the things people don't think about is the value of coin in the future. And if you knew, which nobody did, but if you knew back in, let's say, 2015, when mining Bitcoin back then, that Bitcoin was going to be worth 20,000 or 40,000 or 80,000 in the future, you wouldn't look at it as the value we're mining at it right then. You'd say, I know this is going to be worth way more than it's worth to me right now. So I can mine at a loss, knowing that in the future I will easily be able to repay my costs. I mean, and so that's one of the things that people just don't really think about that aren't doing this on a massive scale. So it's a different way of thinking. And I would say that when it comes to larger sums of money, like things like I would give the example of Warren Buffett, he just thinks differently than everyone else does. And we even say it ourselves, like when the market's down is when you want to buy. When it's high is when you want to sell. It's not like that is somewhat common knowledge, but most people, when the market's falling, are trying to sell to get out because they're FOMOing out. And we're like, no, 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 no. Hold on to your money. Buy up more when it gets to the bottom. So it's counterintuitive, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I don't have anything else to say about that, but we're a little early. What about you?
Oh, let me think of something.
Well, we can talk about the one thing that
Your
has been
mic.
at the end, is that
What's that?
we are making, as I said before at the beginning of the show, we're going to be making some
Oh, yeah.
black Diamond Hands t-shirts. I'm sorry, I don't have them out right yet, but I am in the process of making them. So if you guys have been holding off on buying our t-shirts, either the Stack Sats and Hodl shirt, which is, like I said, very pertinent right now, or the Diamond Hand shirt, both of these shirts that we have on our shop have patches. One of them, the Stack Sats and Hodl shirt, actually has the patch on the front. Let me put it up in front of everybody here. Actually has the patch on the front, and then the Stack Sats and Hodl, the Diamond Hands image has the patch on the left-hand shoulder. So we'll be making a black shirt which has the Diamond Hands on it so that you can stack Sats and Hodl in the dark. Or rather, Diamond Hands in the dark. So we appreciate your support if you're watching us on YouTube, and if you want to click the like button, we'd appreciate that too. So if you want to contribute, if you even want to contribute articles that you think are popular, please join us on Discord and tell us what you think. It's a great place to do it.
And we do have a secret coming up next week. Can we talk about that now or not yet?
I think we should leave it in the dark until we just surprise everybody. This is a big thing, but let's hype it up a little bit. We have a really important person that we're going to be doing an interview with next week, which will be coming out probably next week or the day after we actually have the interview. But this is probably one of the, I don't know if it's the biggest person we've ever interviewed as far as popularity and fame goes, but honestly, one of the most quote unquote crypto famous people out there. So, no, it's not Jack Dorsey. That would be amazing, but no, it's not him.
That would be awesome.
But I would put it as far as like level of capability in Bitcoin and involvement in Bitcoin. This guy's been involved in Bitcoin since it started. I mean, since at least 2011. So, and that's pretty much the beginning of Bitcoin. So it'll be interesting to see his perspective. And yes, I don't mind saying it's a person, it's a man. But it'll be interesting to see his perspective and what we get out of the show. So listen in next week when we return to our interviews. So I think that's about it
right
for now.
here at the same bat place, same bat channel. Until next time,
That is
Cryptonauts.
basic attention token. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Until next time, Cryptonauts. Stack Sats
And Hodl.
Auto.
Adios.